Não mames.
Güero, ¿dónde vas? ¿Qué pedo?
Não mames.
Ele viu nós, filho. Ele viu nós, cara.
One afternoon, a camper stumbled upon something truly disturbing while making his way toward his campsite. Later, he uploaded a short video, no context, no explanation, just eerie, silent footage. The figure he captured looked almost human, yet not quite. Its face was unsettlingly realistic. A long, narrow nose, a wide, stretched mouth, and pale, lifeless eyes. Its body, however, was completely hairless and unnervingly childlike, with long, limp fingers that seemed to twitch slightly in the video. The lower half was even worse, a grotesque fusion of human and animal traits, as though someone had pieced it together from different creatures. Was it a twisted art project? A forgotten movie prop? Possibly. But then, who would leave something like that deep in the woods? And why there, of all places? Where would they even get something so horrifyingly lifelike? More importantly, if you were the one who found it, would you still spend the night in that forest? A family was enjoying a quiet afternoon camping in the dense Canadian forest when something unusual caught their attention.
Run!
At first, it was just a shadow between the trees, then came the sound. A deep, guttural growl echoed through the woods, followed by another. Panic set in. Someone shouted, "Run, run, run," as the camera jerked wildly. The creature had seen them. Massive, fast, and relentless, it charged through the forest with terrifying speed. The video captures the chaos, the pounding footsteps, the heavy breathing, and the frantic cries as the family fled for their lives into the wilderness. A man set out for a quiet camping trip, filming his hike through the forest as he made his way to his campsite. Everything seemed peaceful until a piercing sound echoed through the trees. It was sharp, high-pitched, and hauntingly similar to the cry of a child.
Pai está fazendo uma trilha às 3 da manhã, subindo a montanha.
When the footage was uploaded, viewers were quick to speculate. Some claimed it was a skinwalker, a creature from native legend said to mimic human voices to lure people in. Others insisted it was something more ordinary, like a bobcat, whose cries are notoriously unsettling. But that night, the man kept hearing the sound again and again, each time closer, circling his camp. Then, with sunrise, the forest fell silent. No tracks, no movement, no sign that anything had ever been there at all. YouTuber Eder Hernandez and his team ventured deep into a place known as the Devil's Cave, long after midnight. From the very start, the air felt heavy, thick with unease. But the true horror began the moment they stepped inside.
Oh, chinga esa tu madre, güey. No sé.
A la verga, vete a la verga.
Qué pendejo, quítate.
In the footage,
Suddenly, chaos erupted. In the dim beam of a flashlight, they spotted someone or something standing perfectly still in the darkness ahead. The figure looked human, yet its face was completely blank, smooth, and featureless. Panic took over. The team turned and ran through the dense jungle, their flashlights shaking as they stumbled through the dark.
¿sí lo oyen?
No mames.
Güero, ¿dónde vas? ¿Qué pedo?
No mames.
Just as they began to slow down, thinking they had escaped, another shape appeared on the path, motionless, silent, watching. Whether it was a person, a mannequin, or something far worse, no one stayed long enough to find out. In June 2011, after hearing strange noises in the darkness, 2 campers set up a night vision camera while standing in an open field.
Fucking saw it before. There it is, there it is. Okay. Where are you from? What do you want? Can you talk? Can you come out of the grass? No, it ran away.
Moments later, the footage captured a figure briefly emerging from the tall grass before vanishing again. On review, a shadowy form could be seen peeking through the weeds, its height and movements unmistakably human-like. The next morning, one camper discovered that a nearby field trap had been triggered at shoulder level, indicating that whatever had passed through was roughly the size of a person, or even larger. Considering the video is now over 14 years old, the clarity of the night vision footage would have been nearly impossible to fake at the time. To this day, the encounter remains mysterious and unexplained. Reddit user PantyDinner2003 recently shared a chilling video captured during a camping trip.
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick? What was that?
He's walking creepy.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What?
Follow him.
I videoed it. What the frick?
I'm gonna go get my gun.
That was a skinwalker.
No.
In the clip, the campers react in shock after spotting something moving just beyond the glow of their campfire. A pale, human-like figure darts through the dense bushes, its movements unnervingly quick and unnatural. The brief glimpse is enough to send the group into panic, their shouts and frantic chatter filling the night. Viewers have debated the footage fiercely. Some claim it shows a skinwalker, a shape-shifting entity from native folklore said to mimic human form, while others argue it was simply a person lost in the dark. Whatever the truth, the sight of that pale figure vanishing into the forest has left countless viewers deeply unsettled. YouTuber Kaya USA, known for his fishing and camping adventures, faced an unexpected brush with death when a sudden tornado struck what was supposed to be a peaceful day on the lake.
I don't know how much I just filmed out in the water. Me and Dylan were both just waiting and fishing, and look what just rolled up on us. Look at this. It is pouring, and that's only a few hundred yards away. It is white capping out here on the water. Look at this. This just came up out of nowhere. I don't know how bad that looks on camera, but it's pretty bad. Can you see the white caps out here? Let me zoom in. We're kind of hoping it goes around us.
He and his friend Dylan were quietly fishing when the sky darkened without warning. The wind roared to life, waves began to crest, and heavy rain hammered the water's surface.
Pop up on us right here, and it is bad, y'all. I don't know if you can tell, but we're inside of this gazebo down, and it's picking me up. Holy shit. This is nuts. Bro, I hope we ain't got no tornado popped up on us. Oh, shoot. Oh my God. This is nuts, y'all. Stuff falling out of the tree. Oh! No, there goes the grill.
Realizing the storm was closing in fast, they sprinted toward a nearby gazebo for shelter. Within moments, chaos erupted, debris flew through the air, trees cracked and fell, and the structure shook violently under the storm's power. At one terrifying point, the wind grew so fierce it nearly lifted them off the ground. They could only cling to the supports and pray the storm would pass.
It was the worst experience of my life. I've got to try to get this kayak pulled up on the bank. Look at this tree, y'all. I hope that it's past. It's still coming down pretty hard. This is where we were going to park. This is where we were going to camp because it was right behind the bathroom.
When the winds finally calmed, they stepped outside to see the destruction. A massive pine tree had crashed down right where they had originally planned to set up camp. Shaken but safe, they realized how a single, last-minute decision had saved their lives. In Atlanta, Georgia, there's a place known to send chills down anyone's spine: the Doll's Head Trail. This eerie path winds deep through the woods, but what makes it truly disturbing are the countless doll heads scattered along the way. These aren't ordinary toys. They come in every shape and size, cracked, burned, dirt-covered, each one more unsettling than the last. Their hollow eyes and broken faces give the trail an atmosphere that feels ripped straight from a horror movie. Though it's actually an art project, created to repurpose discarded materials, knowing that doesn't make it any less unnerving. As you walk through the forest, surrounded by these disfigured faces staring from the undergrowth, it's hard to shake the feeling that you're the one being watched. While leading a group of tourists through the Carolinian forest in Canada, a tour guide was filming the peaceful landscape when something strange appeared in the distance.
Sasquatch.
At first glance, it looked like a large gorilla, crouched near the trees and digging into the soil. But almost immediately, the sight raised questions. Gorillas don't live in the wild in Canada. And whatever this creature was, it moved in a way no known animal should. Still recording, the guide could be heard whispering a single word: Sasquatch. The mysterious figure continued its strange movements for a few moments, then slowly stood upright before vanishing into the dense forest. The group was left speechless. To this day, the footage remains one of the most compelling and debated Sasquatch sightings ever captured in Canada. While driving through a wide, open meadow, a man suddenly heard a faint, childlike voice call out, "Hey!" He stopped and looked around, but there was no one in sight.
Just saw, looked almost like a coyote run right across here. That sounded like a kid. Or a goat.
A few seconds later, something small darted across the road, vanishing into the tall grass. It looked like a coyote, but the voice still echoed in his mind. It hadn't sounded animal, it sounded human, almost like a distant call carried by the wind. The vast silence of the meadow made the moment even more unsettling, as though something hidden was watching him from the weeds. When the short clip surfaced online, viewers were divided. The team behind the YouTube channel Chamos ventured into a forest long rumored to be haunted. From the moment they stepped inside, the air felt heavy, silent, tense, and unnervingly still.
Ei, peraí. Quê? Oh, tem luz lá na frente, velho. Apaga na frente. Não, tem que lanterna pro chão. Vem em silêncio. Ó, rapaziada, vem em silêncio que pode ter alguém ali.
Cara, parece que é dela.
Olha só, mano. É fogo, cara. Ó, rapaziada, vem em silêncio, cara.
Then, deep in the distance, a faint light flickered. As they approached, they saw candles arranged on the ground, and beside them, a lone figure standing motionless.
Desliga a luz. Olha ali, velho. É ele, velho. Olha só.
At first, they assumed it was someone performing a ritual. But when their flashlights illuminated the figure's face, their blood ran cold. It was a clown. The figure stood completely still for a few seconds, then began walking toward them.
Ele viu nós, filho. Ele viu nós, cara. Ele tá vindo pra cima. Ele tá vindo pra cima, mano. Ele tá vindo pra cima, mano. Ele tá vindo pra cima, mano. Corre, cara. Corre, filho.
Panic broke out. The group screamed and bolted through the trees, their flashlights jerking wildly as they fled. The sounds of their footsteps and shouts echoed through the dark forest. Thankfully, they escaped unharmed, but the footage they captured remains one of their most disturbing encounters yet.